And Kalina actually says, "We can't let what happened in Kirkwall happen here. It seems that somebody's trying to recreate it."
Did they say who they think might have stolen it?
They don't know, but they plan on bringing them to a swift justice for doing so. They assume it was the Winter agents.
I feel like what we're missing still is a motive. Why would someone be doing this?
Motives don't really matter too much in the minds of madmen.
I suppose that's true, but there still is a motive, even if a terrible one. I did hear lately of a Devinter who wasn't allowed to participate. Perhaps they might be a little bit seeking vengeance. Going this far would be strange. And it's interesting that the K'nari were robbed of their explosives up in Devinter lands at the same time. My wild guess would be perhaps these might be two and the same people, but there's no evidence necessarily, not yet.
Roll a cunning.
14.
Based off of what they're saying and like the little pieces of info you have here, you don't know who stole the black powder, but whoever did probably has resources or means to do so. And
Right.
As far as an actual motive, it could range from pettiness to, as Kalina speculates, a recreation of what happened in Kirkwall, which is worst case scenario.
Right. So, it seems things may line up. Marius, I spoke to the person you wanted me to the other day. I had them give the message. Did you ever meet up with the young sir?
No.
I see. Well, when I spoke to them, he wasn't really certain where he was or what he was doing. I merely learned that he was a bit miffed that he wasn't able to participate.
How long between the meetings we had was it till the explosion happened? Because it was after
Same evening, I think.
It was the same evening, but it was like 2 hours after you had the initial discussion with what's his face with Percival.
Have there been any notable people missing from the 20?
I mean, the dwarves, they did have one spot that was forfeited, and it was given to an alternate because they said one of their kin is missing.
Who got that spot? Was it another dwarf?
No. It was a regular one of the other warriors who was in the fight.
Wait, what was his name?
Roll. I mean, you can roll for this, but you recall that the name was Yosef Selenis, and they got knocked out in the round of 64 anyway.
Okay. But other than that dwarf, there's no one missing?
No. And you suspect you know why that dwarf is missing.
Well, yes, because he's in a grave outside of town.
Of course, you don't know about the grave either. He didn't help. He just bailed. I think I forgot. Percival will remember this.
Acedia, what are you up to? Are you doing anything?
Theta?
He's thinking.
Okay.
No, I gave you a look, as if to say no.
All right. We just gotta confirm.
I said I would confirm every hour, so...
I understand, it's just I have the problem of I already won, so... Where do you go from here? Any additional task is a risk of losing.
So, Marius, what was the name of the lord you were looking into? Again.
Corin.
Corin. Perhaps we should
Lord-
find him and question him about his activities that night.
Corin Hallward is the full name.
Yes, let's question him.
I mean, it's a shot in the dark and from the opposite direction, but maybe. We're not going to find one random commoner in a full city, are we?
No. Well, if you go get him, I'll prepare for the interrogation.
Marius, you're going to go get him.
I don't think.
Wouldn't you have a better chance of saying hello since you are both countrymen?
Sure.
I mean, we could accompany you if you wish.
No, I'll be fine. I'll go retrieve this Corin.
All right, so you're heading out to the Diamond Quarter, back to the inn where everybody's staying.
Again. I'm going back to the inn again for the 5th time.
Yep. And meanwhile, I guess Kalina has already made it clear. She's already asked around town for the missing person.
Actually, they have not connected the missing person to anything.
No, not that missing person. I mean the guy with whose name starts with a P again. I've
Oh.
already forgotten.
Pauli.
Pauli, yeah. They've already asked around for Pauli and just found nothing, correct?
Yeah, so far nothing. It seems like his house is abandoned. We checked.
Nobody seems to know where he's gone.
We did find this though, and you notice that
Here
it's
we go.
like it looks like a diary or like a small chapbook that has like scribbles and writings in it.
Oh, well, let's take a look at this.
He mentioned something about new friends and trying to get involved with them and new drinking buddies, but no names, which is very unusual, except one, but we have no luck with it. Does the name Alex mean anything to you?
Alex. I don't suppose it does, Rob, does it?
I mean, you can roll a cunning to see if you recall it, but you don't recall it.
Yeah, let's
More than
find
likely.
out. 12. I don't remember an Alex.
Unfortunately, that name is too nondescript. It could be anybody.
And he doesn't really indicate which side of town he was even on.
No, the only indications from this book is that he met a group of people, started drinking with them after he was fired from the Broken Oar, and that's it. And apparently they were very interested in the tournament, this Alex.
I suppose maybe I could go asking around a few of the other drinking establishments in town. Maybe someone might know.
I actually tried that. We can give it a shot, but I don't think we'll get any luck. There is one other matter, though.
One more?
Well, I don't know. But the thing is, I don't know if it's related. A few days ago, or really I should say about a week ago, a member of the City Watch Patrol was found murdered.
Murdered?
Yes. It was somebody that was working the docks, and you know how it is. A lot of the people, when people die, it's usually a big issue and cause for concern, but this seemed a very run-of-the-mill sort of fight gone wrong with a member of the City Watch.
And no one said anything, or no one saw anything.
No, nobody. Apparently, we had no witnesses. The clues were very scarce. The body was discovered already decomposing.
Very strange indeed. A lot of missing and dead people now.
I mean, this is the only missing person that we know of who's been murdered. I think it might have something to do with what happened, but I don't know for sure.
Perhaps. So I guess at this point I'd have to ask, so Rob, are there drinking establishments down around the docks about where that person was found?
She describes the area, and the broken oar was one of them.
Yeah. Is there another?
There's a few others. You got the Blue Jewel. You got the Fishhead Lodge, and you got one more place called the Tin Cup.
Okay. Well, if Marius goes ahead and sees about his friend and can confirm their activities in any regard, that'll be one lead. And then maybe if we go around to these drinking establishments, maybe someone's seen Pauli there.
I'll accompany you then, says Kalina.
Thank you.
And actually, Tobias actually says, do you mind if I tag along as well?
Oh, by all means.
Yes. How did you get mixed up in all of this anyway?
Oh, the place that caught fire? I went drinking there. I feel personally affronted now. All the friends I've made aren't going to be back.
I can understand that. My favorite tavern, unfortunately, had to close down for a while. A place called the Mountain Top up in Stockhaven. Sadly, it closed down because apparently there was illegal gambling in the back room or something like that. I wouldn't know anything about it, although that night I did make over 1,000 sovereigns. Anyway.
All right, so we have Investigator Party and Marius Social Nobility Party.
I think more so Marius Revenge Party.
Yes.
All right, we'll do Marius first. You get to the diamond in there, and what do you say at the front desk? And she says, "Oh, it's you. We did relay the message to the dwarves."
Yes. I'm here to collect Corin Hallward, the city watch / grave warden. Wish to question him.
How many people are you working for?
Everyone, apparently.
Roll a bluff, please.
I mean, it's true.
All right, roll a communication persuasion then. You still got to roll a communication.
Still got to talk to people.
Why? I got above a 10. That's enough.
She says, "Why are they looking for Corwin Hallward?"
They want to question him about his activities the night of the explosion.
Very well. I could summon his father at least. I know he is here.
Corin's not here?
Not to my. I don't know. We can check the logs.
When's the last time you've seen him?
Oh, he came in last night.
Around what time?
It was late. It was maybe after the explosion happened, for sure.
What did he look like? Did he look rushed?
No, he looked like a mage.
It's not really an answer.
He looked like he was tired. That much I can say. I don't really remember.
Okay. Was this...
Go ahead.
Was this before or after I came in last night?
I think it was before.
Okay. So is he in right now? Or...
As I said, I don't know if he is. He may be asleep, but I can definitely summon his father to you.
Sure.
Give me one moment, please. And she goes away, and all that stuff happens. You know that you hear like rounding applause and raucous laughter in the common room, the lounge area, and you do see a bunch of dwarves celebrating.
is there like a book or whatever that people sign as they come in
In the lounge?
on the welcome desk?
Yes. Can you roll a stealth check to grab it? Or dexterity, actually no, not stealth, ledger domain. Still dexterity though. Oh wow. Hold on. I'm gonna use This is close to the stats, so I'm gonna use this. Yeah, they don't see you. Good for you. You yeah, you swipe the book.
Well, I was just gonna look at it. Does it say that Corin is in currently, or
It does mention Corin checking in last night around, you'd say, like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It mentions a message for Lord Kangarjol of the
Yep.
dwarves, and it was about 1:40, and that's when
Okay.
you register that for yourself. And it just does like the ins and outs on the main logbook there.
How long after the explosion would that have been?
It would have been about an hour.
Okay.
So the explosion about an hour and a half. You suspect the explosion happened late at night, like 11:30 to midnight.
Yeah. And how long does it take? Would it take to get from here to the ore?
It's like maybe like a 20-minute to 30-minute walk.
Okay.
So not that long necessarily.
I'll just wait.
So, waiting.
I'm sorry, I was getting a message.
It's all good.
Eventually, you get. You see an older-looking mage come down from Devinter, and he says, "My friend, hello. I don't believe we've met. Eustace Halward, and you know my son."
Yeah. Yes. The Grey Warden, Cleaner, would like to speak to him.
The Grey Warden wishes to speak to my son. That is interesting.
Questions about last night.
Ah. Let me guess, they're blaming us.
No, just apparently he was not seen last night, so they just want to clarify where he may have been.
Do you mind sitting with me for a moment?
Sure.
And he actually offers you, and you guys sit down at a table in the lounge. You hear like the raucous laughter from the dwarves still. And he says, "How do you know my son?"
Reputation.
Reputation, but you are also from Tevinter, yes?
Yes. I mean, there are a lot of us, so we don't all know each other.
That is, yes, true. But you asked for him by name, and you're involved with this Grey Warden?
Yeah.
This is interesting because last night, before the explosion occurred, a man was looking for him and said somebody was looking for my son.
Oh, really? Who said that?
Yes, the fellow that apparently was in the tournament today. I believe his name was Percival. Oh, and real quick, I gotta double check. Did you mention Marius's name to this guy?
I'm trying to remember, and I genuinely can't.
I forgot to watch
I
last
think
week.
he did. Yeah, he did.
I forgot to watch last week, so I can confirm this because usually I watch it through that.
I think we toyed around with it to the point of going like, "Oh, well, just tell him this name," and he didn't. And this person didn't seem to recognize the name earlier.
Ah. He says, "By chance, are you the one named Marius?"
No, that's not me.
Roll a bluff. Not horrible. He says, I see.
It should be 14. Because there should be a +2 on that.
It's a what now?
It should be a 14. There should be a +2 for deception. Didn't add the extra 2.
He says, well, that's very strange. There are a lot of Tevinter here, but many of my countrymen, I feel they've been acting very strange lately.
How so?
The amount of slaves and the amount of labor that was brought here for our contingent was unnecessary. Especially since we were all going to just either watch the games or participate in the meadow. It was my sons who insisted upon it, but on coming south, I asked to accompany to see if we can spend time together. We have not done that since they were younger. You're a young man. Do you still keep in contact with your family?
No, they passed away recently-ish.
You have my condolences, young man.
So was it your sons that convinced the rest of the non-slave to come here as well?
Well, not just that, but they would convince the whole contingent to come south. It was very unusual. Normally, we would not care about these games, save for maybe a few magisters looking to seek fortunes. Perhaps maybe the events of what happened in the south spurred them to act. I don't know. But with what happened with the accusations of mages being involved in the explosions, I begin to worry, and I just hope he's okay.
I'll lean in a bit close. Have you seen the Kinari around the city?
Yes, I've heard about that.
I heard a rumor that they're here because some of their explosive powder was stolen from Tevinter, well, in that area, and
Ooh,
it's made its way down here.
hold on. You just see like a light bulb go off in Eustace's head. And he says, "You said smuggled black powder from Tevinter?"
Apparently, that's the rumor of why
No.
they're here.
No, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. Wait. Come with me, please.
Sure.
And he actually brings you upstairs, and you head upstairs. And you see like some of like the fancier rooms and whatnot that are here. They're pretty like elaborate, like marble and whatnot. Very, very, like marble tiling even as well. It's actually impressive. and he brings you to a room with a decently sized stone door. And he opens the door. And he says, and he shouts, "Corin! Corin!" You know, it's like he walks into what looks like a larger suite. It looks like there's like a small like table area, like a study, several beds in the far corner and all that stuff as well. But nobody's here.
Oh, out.
He was here sleeping up until a few hours ago, for sure. I was actually in the study area. He points to like another like alcove in the room, doing some work. Where is my son? Where do you know where he is? Do you know where he's going? What's going on?
Well,
And you notice like Eustace actually looks quite agitated and nervous, like he's really concerned here.
well, if I'm understanding where your mind's at, apparently trying to destroy a tourney.
Eustace takes his hand and he just like puts it on his head, and he sits down. And he just says, "But why would he do this? All that supplies he said we were bringing in for trade, all this work he's been doing day in and day out, all of his friends getting involved. Why would he do such a thing? Where did I go wrong?"
Some people are just bad eggs.
I love how uncaring Marius is at this right now. Were you ever close with your father? Eustace asks you.
I guess I was like any good Tavine boy.
When he died, what was that feeling that you had?
Uh, Shock, I guess.
It's very similar to the feeling I'm having right now, I think. Can I meet this Grey Warden you're speaking of? Because perhaps I have information for them, and we need to find my son.
Sure. I'll tell him where we were talking with them.
As as he's like getting his things, you hear a voice in your head. Why aren't you killing him?
This is more fun.
More fun. He's right. He's easy for the pickings. Kill the father to get to the son. It's revenge.
I don't think the sun cares that much.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Voice kind of just like drowns out after that.
I don't do it.
All right. Eventually, the two of you just leave. You head back to find the investigation team who are checking out the taverns.
Yup. Should I go ahead and make a quick roll for how that's going?
Go for it.
All right. Persuasion
Sure.
or just communication?
Yeah, go persuasion.
All right. 20 with 6 stun points. I'm so worried about him. Please, you must have seen him. I heard he got fired again.
Oh, that's that stupid prick. That's what happens when you start hanging out with weirdos.
Weirdos? Who's he been hanging out with?
I mean, for the past month, he's been like talking with like some new beau or whatever, like Alex, Alec. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Says he comes from out of town. Definitely not from Navarra. Comes from up north.
Have you seen him around? Do you know where he is? Maybe I can
Ah.
ask him and he'll know if he's okay.
I wouldn't know shit from Shiola, unfortunately, on that case.
And neither of them has been around lately, have they?
No. But what I can tell you is that Pauli, he's for the past, I want to say for the past week since the tournament kind of really got started, he's been really agitated.
Hmm.
And he was drunk one night in here, and he was talking about like how he can't stop them, whatever the heck that means, and that he didn't know where to turn to. I told him, you're being silly. Why don't you just go find somebody to talk to? Want somebody that you can trust. Who do you normally trust? You go to the chantry to listen to the sisters preach. You go to your mom to listen to her babble. You go to your friends to get drunk. And then after I said that, he said, "Yeah, that's a good idea," and then he just like left.
I don't suppose you know who he does trust. Does he have any friends? Well, aside from this Alex person.
I mean, that explosion yesterday down the street?
Yeah, I heard that.
Well, he had, of course. I mean, it ruined my drink last night. But he had good friends who worked there. Akta was a good friend of his, and supposedly he died in the explosion. May he rest in peace. But you also had Clara.
And Rob, just to cover, I already talked with Clara, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and she doesn't know where he went.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't help. It does clarify that this Alice person exists. He is an out-of-towner of some kind. And I'll go ahead and ask, so... Well, I guess the only friend left we haven't talked to is this Alex person. You say you don't know where he went. Do you remember what he looks like? You said he looked like he was from out of town. Is there anything distinguishing?
I mean, I've never seen him.
Ah, that's a shame.
I mean, I can tell you based off of the description that he's like a young guy, sort of a shaved head. According to Pauli, he comes from up north, like Ravane, Tavintas, Paval, one of those places.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was going to bring a bunch of friends down for the tournament.
I guess I'll have to ask you, Rob. So, were there any large groups of Tevinter actually participating in the tournament?
In the tournament, no. Many of them were actually going to participate in the Mages Meadow.
Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of Tevinter, but was there any that are a particularly large group?
You know that the Howard family has one of the largest groups here.
Right, and we've gone ahead and spoken with them before. That's the same family, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Things are actually lining up. So when I go ahead and look over at Kalina and talk this over with her, I'll go, things are actually starting to line up. I guess my suspicion wasn't so strange after all. I wonder if Mari has found anything. Oh.
Right. I guess we'll find out if we can find him.
There you are, Marius.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah. What did you find?
Marius,
the young lord?
Marius, you're there with a older-looking Tevinter man next to you.
Did they say my name out loud?
Yes.
Damn. About my name.
Eustace looks at you and he says, "You are Marius. Are you connected with my son in some way?"
Yeah, he killed my family.
He what?
Marius Titus.
Wait, House Titus?
Yes.
I was told that they died in an accident.
No, they were murdered by your son.
Why?
Because he wanted to jump up in the ranks.
But he didn't. That's the thing.
Well, then he failed. He's shit.
While this is going on, Tobias actually interrupts and says, "I don't mean to interrupt, but you say you're looking for your son, sir? Do you think they are involved in this?" And he says, "Yes, Master Marius here," and he kind of says that kind of a little bit bitter, but mentioned something about a rumor of black powder being missing. I believe it is my son that brought it. And like the entire group kind of hushes for a quick second. But where is he? Does anybody know?
Well, we've asked around, and even the people who seem to know of his existence never really saw where he's been or gone. He's been here for a week, so if he has some other arrangement in town, he must be staying away. Has he returned to the inn in any time?
Yes, he was there last night, came in and slept. Apparently left without me realizing it.
So he does still rest. But where is he now? He must still have more.
Kalina says, we could probably we need to find Pauli. I bet you he knows.
But nobody's seen him either. Maybe he has just gone to the chantry.
But I checked the chantry, but Pauli was not there.
He could have died in the explosion.
But only one body was recovered, and that was the innkeep.
He wasn't even there at that time.
I suspect not.
If anything, he would have left something behind and then disappeared afterwards.
Does anybody know what... do you know anything about this Pauli figure?
Only the things that I've heard other people say. Apparently he's been fired and rehired from that job time and time again.
And is there any truth?
Desperate, lonely man.
You said that you were there the night before the explosion. Did you see him?
I did. He came in to beg for his job back.
And then what happened? Where did he go?
He went into the back, into the kitchen. I assume he talked with the boss for a little while.
That perhaps might be when he stashed the gunpowder.
Very much so.
But why would he stash it there? I don't understand.
I suppose he was agitated at the previous events. Maybe he was seeking revenge of some kind. At least that would be a personal motive. And I think this Alex person may have given him the opportunity and the drive to do so. Which may in fact be our missing noble.
Eustace says, wait, did you say Alex?
Yes, Alex.
That's actually the name of one of my son's slaves, Alexandros.
So it is him then. I don't suppose... Well, I suppose his whereabouts are any more obvious than your son's now.
Kalina says, we need to split up and find Pauli.
We'll have to search.
I'll drag Crestful to the side for a sec. Do you think the small body we found in a tent is connected?
I just sort of shrug right now.
Should we mention it?
Ursul's not going to. He just sort of shakes his head.
Okay.
We need to start searching. How about this? You take the tent city. We'll check the city here proper. How does that sound?
Very well. We'll have to go tent by tent, I suppose.
Eustace actually asks, if I may ask, can I please accompany you?
Yes. Yes, come with us. Maybe you could get in a good word with them, and he'll surrender.
So you're heading out to the tent city.
Mm-hmm.
It is now dark and nightfall.
Yup.
Go ahead. What are you going to do? What will you do to search here?
There are still people who are actually awake to some degree, or maybe even still partying or otherwise. I need to go ahead and just ask them, have you seen this person? Have you seen a weird Tevinter going around? Have you seen his slave going around?
Okay. Everybody is partying. It's as if like the explosion yesterday didn't happen, and everybody's back to normal with the festival.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll.
All right.
Or-
I'll just hit communication. If you think persuasion applies, we'll add 2 to it. 16 and 3 stun points.
Investigation this time.
All right. Well, don't have that, so 16.
So you can use those stun points if you want, but you do get some info. They said, like, I've seen Tevintas all over the place, but quite frankly, the less I see them right now, the better. So, like, a lot of people are not happy about the Devinters being around here.
Mm-hmm.
One fella says, I remember seeing, like, a very nervous fellow that sounds like that. I thought he was, like, a lyrium addict or something. But he was in like a tent in the far corner down this way, and he points to like the far right on the tent city.
Ah, that's wonderful news. Thank you, thank you. I think we have our destination then.
You actually go to that area, but you don't find anybody that matches that description, at least not initially.
But they do have a tent in that far corner.
There is a tent in that far corner. You can check that out.
Yeah, I want to investigate it.
You don't find much.
Is nobody home, I guess?
Yeah, nobody's really there.
Is there anything inside, I suppose? Just walk on in. You just start looking in everything, and you don't really see anything at this point. You just looks like random like bits of home. You do notice like a half-eaten tangerine again. It's Pauli's tangerine.
It's following you around.
It's cursed. It's a spirit. Look out.
And as you are searching, Marius and Eustace, are you both outside?
Yeah.
You notice like a group coming towards you. It looks like it's a couple of Templars.
I subtly move behind Eustace.
He says, "Don't panic." As the Templars come closer, they say, "Gentlemen, lovely evening, isn't it?" And you hear this, by the way, Percival.
Okay. I guess I'm kind of listening in right now, just in the tent, not making much noise. Just post stop to stuff.
Mind if we ask why you're here?
We're assisting the investigation of what happened last night. Finding those responsible.
Under whose authority exactly?
Grey Warden.
A Grey. You hear that? You hear that, Joey? A Grey Warden. You know, you do realize that there's a current investigation going right now that Rainier Thenaril has set up.
Okay.
And as far as I'm aware, there's no Grey Warden involved in this.
Must be a separate investigation.
It must be. So, I got to admit, seeing two well-established looking fellas like you in the middle of a tent city is kind of suspect. And considering the fact that we kind of think we know who did this, and you see him smiling as if he's enjoying this right now, Perhaps maybe you should come with us for some questioning. I am sure our Lord will definitely want to speak to you.
Sure. My friend's inside. Can I go get him?
Oh, by all means, he can come
Oh,
too.
wonder.
I go grab Percival.
Percival will go ahead and walk out of his own accord.
Ah,
Gentlemen.
hey, I bet on you today. Thanks for making me some money.
Glad to do so.
You know these clowns?
I do. They're assisting me right now.
Oh, my apologies. I shouldn't be calling you clowns. You know these people.
Ah, yes, I know those two. I don't even pretend the clown is wrong.
For Eustace, he looks like he's like ready to do something, but he's holding himself back.
Right.
How many Templars are there?
There are 2 at the moment.
And I will go ahead and look at the Templar and go, I already know who is responsible. I but merely need to find them.
Oh, you know who's responsible, huh?
That's right. I'm looking for 3 different individuals, and I need to know if they've been seen.
Well, that's even better. So now we definitely want you to come with us so you can tell our Knight Commander about this.
Good, good. Then we'll speak with the Knight Commander. He'll be certain to help.
I'm sure he will.
Can we not?
And there he is, Knight Commander Adal. So they actually bring Eustace. They bring you and not Eustace, Marius. Marius. They bring you and Eustace together, along with Percival. And you notice the Templars. There are now like 24 Templars, like where you are.
On the journey towards the Knight Commander, I'm just going to ask if Eustace has heard of the Purifiers before.
Of what? Eustace?
Yeah, Eustace, if he's heard of them.
He says, no, I've never heard that name previously.
Overzealous Templars who want to just brutally murder any mage they can.
Be on your guard.
The Knight Commander is sort of their de facto leader, I think.
Be on your guard, then.
Yes.
They won't murder us indiscriminately. That'll cause a big problem.
An inn was blown up. And the town's sort of against mages at the moment, so...
You see, you find Knight Commander Ardal, and you see him on the screen there, and he says, and you're surprised. He looks like he's like, he has long hair that looks pretty straight. It's slightly graying. He looks like he's in his like late 40s, early 50s, if you had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Gentlemen, good evening to you."
Good evening to you as well, Commander.
I'm under the my guard. The guards already went up and already informed him of something, and he just kind of smiles at you and he says, "I'm under the impression that you seem to be looking for an individual that you believe is the cause of all of this."
That's right. Us and the Grey Wardens are very well aware of who the culprits are, and we but need to find them now.
I
If you can
see.
render us your assistance, then we can settle this matter quickly before any further loss of life.
I see. Well, I have a problem. You must understand. The problem is you're with some of the conspirators already.
You're already wrong.
Am I?
Indeed. I have done my good investigation, and I have left the evidence with others. The truth is there.
Please tell me who is involved.
I'll go ahead and name the 3, which is the young lord, his slave, and Pauli.
Ah, it is interesting you mentioned that name. Let me see. Hey, Pauli, would you like to speak to these people and set the record straight?
Pauli.
And you see, where the fuck's his token? God damn it. I just plop him in the world.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. It's teeny tiny down there.
I'll try and make it bigger. God damn it, it's not working. Alright, so I'm going to add a character real quick.
It's okay, I'm just gonna zoom to 250%. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, he's dark and brooding, that's for sure. Alright.
I know how to pick good tokens. Come on, where is it? Okay. I have like a shell. This is what Pauli looks like.
Yeah, there we go.
And he says, yes, hello?
Pauli, I need you to answer me truthfully. Was it you?
What? No, I didn't mean to do it. It was... I'm trying to stop them. That's why I'm here.
Then tell me, where's Alex? Where's the young lord?
I don't know. I told them the same thing. I don't know.
I mean, I kind of already know what's going on. I'm basically going to be grilling him here for a second to get out the information here.
Roll a communication investigation, please.
15 and 5 more stunt points.
Jesus Christ, go for it.
All right. I need you to tell me, what did Alex give you? What did you do in that kitchen? Where did the explosives come from?
Those explosives are from up north. They were planning on using them to... I thought they were originally just going to be doing stuff with the Mage's Meadow and like do fireworks or something. I don't know, but instead they're going to try and blow up the stadium. And you got to stop them. I've been telling everybody, but nobody's listening.
No, I'm listening. Do you know where they are right now? Are they underneath the stadium as we speak?
You have a hand that goes on your shoulder, and he says, "Oh, don't worry, my friend. We've already started sweeping the stadium."
That's good.
That's Ardal saying that.
Then I shall help you out immediately. I will go and tell the Grey Wardens, and they shall send more, and we shall make sure this is done.
Oh, that's actually not necessary.
And I've been holding out on this for a while, but I want to do a Braith.
What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, I want to insight this.
I'm
very certain of this out of character, and now I merely need to confirm it.
Are you, who are you inciting? Ardal?
Yeah, Ardal, who is undoubtedly trying to make sure this happens.
Please, by all means.
Well, what would I be rolling here?
This would be perception empathy.
Okay. 9. He's an honest and trustworthy fellow. Is he a good liar?
Hey, Marius, you want to roll on this?
I got one better.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This is what happens, okay? When you get those two rolls.
Is he a good liar at all? The answer might be no.
Thank you, Eustace.
Oh, good. He notices.
Eustace says he doesn't care. And he whispers that to Marius. He wants this to happen.
Yeah, it's clear as day.
We should do everything in our power. If I go get more, maybe we can find them before it's too late.
Perhaps, but we've already arrested some of the co-conspirators, and you brought another 2 here.
Yes.
Again, you're wrong. That's not what our investigation has shown.
Everybody from Tevinter is suspect at this point, and while you may have pinned down a few names,
Yeah.
I think having others involved from the Imperium, having them roaming around is a massive security risk. Don't you think, boys? And you hear a lot of the other Templars chuckling.
Good thing I gave up my citizenship. Yep.
What?
I didn't I'm no longer a Tevinter. Yep.
I am a noble and a subject of high law. I will not be treated like this way, nor my companions who are under my protection. I understand the matter very well, and as soon as I bring the wardens in on this in the City Watch, then we will have the matter cleared. Is that understood? If you want to take your accusation, then we shall do it as men of honor.
Are you saying this to what's his face or Ardal?
Ardal, yes.
Can I?
I'm saying you better see me in court.
Roll a communication, but go ahead. Go ahead. What do you want to do, Marius?
Okay.
I'm gonna just start slowly backing up towards the door.
Yeah. 14 if you think persuasion's involved too, but let's see how big of a fight we start.
That is a valid question.
Where is this conversation
Because the
taking
thing
place
I'm laying
at?
down, yeah.
It's near like a tented area near like the gates of the city.
Near a tented area, not in a tented area.
Well, there are some sleeping tents and things like that around.
But I mean to say that they're not in a tent.
Yeah.
They're just out in the open.
Yeah, they are out in the open. Yes.
Yep.
Speaking loudly around people who may or may not be asleep in tents.
No, actually, everybody who's around is just Templars.
Okay, so nobody is asleep in a tent.
No, it looks like the Templars are completely active.
No, I'm just saying that these tents don't belong to the Templars.
Correct.
So the people who own the tents aren't currently at home or asleep.
The Templars probably live in town.
No, like these might be tents that belong to the Templars. You're not sure.
That's what I'm saying. Is if nobody's in these tents, either the Templars cleared everybody out, or this is just one of those, we didn't have money for extras for the movie, so
it's really that.
All these houses are empty.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and this is like the head of the Templars that you're talking to right here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Eustace?
Here,
Eustace is also here.
My problem is that I remember Eustace as the owner of Courage, so I've made the joke 17 times now, so it's literally all I remember.
Here, we'll use this token as Eustace.
This guy here?
No, that's Ardal.
Okay. Who's Ardal again?
He's the Knight Commander.
Okay.
Of the Templars.
To me, he's still a bad guy. But, yeah. Which one's Eustace? This guy?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Give me 1 second. I've decided to enter the story again.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, as I just lay down, like, the noble, you can't touch me monologue, where I'm just like, look, if you do this, this is gonna have terrible repercussions for you in particular.
And that's when I take a sniper shot at this guy's head.
That's when you take a sniper shot.
Wait, who are you shooting?
Eustace.
Or Ardal, the Knight Commander, or the Tevinter Mage?
No, the guy who sounds threatening.